Hello everybody, Warrior here, and welcome back to Icarus. Now, today we've got a few things that I want to try to take care of and get squared away. And the first thing is I have moved our drills around a little bit. Uh, I think I've gotten 3 or 4 rounds of silica out of the two drills that we had, and I've gotten a couple of rounds of iron out of the drills that we had. So I moved the iron drill down to an oxide site that's over that way. Let's see. I think it's right here. There's an oxide mining site, and then just over here, I can never remember the exact spot, but it's right here somewhere. There's an aluminum one, and we've been needing aluminum. Did I already go buy it? I may have already gone by it. For some reason, this should be like the easiest one for me to remember because it's right here near the base, and I always forget where it is. The drills are fairly easy to see, except for when, they're surrounded by trees and I can't see anything. There it is. I knew it was here somewhere. Now, wow, that thing's really loud, so I'm going to step away from that for a second. What are you? Just a deer. Okay. What we're going to do, and I didn't even bring it with me. After all of that, okay. Back to the base. I am super heavy at the moment because I've got a few things that I want to do. And I've got kind of an idea of something that I want to do here with the base. And I guess we'll do that first, and then we'll go back out there to that mine because I still have to make up the thing that I need for that. So we're going to head upstairs here. And we're going to put the railing on out here. But there was a question. Oh, also, completely forgot. You guys probably saw it. I forgot that I grabbed this. So we're going to put on this Enviro suit. And then we also got the extra inventory slots for the suit. So we got that module. Now, we are almost over encumbered. But the reason I wanted those slots is for whenever I do any mining or even running to grab all the ore that we have on our mining sites, it gets pretty easy to run out of inventory slots. So I wanted to make sure that I have the inventory slots there because we don't really get over encumbered with that. Uh-oh, I may not have made enough. I counted, but I don't know if I counted the 2 end pieces there. Uh-oh. Oh no, I did. Okay, so there is a couple extra here because I wasn't sure if I want to extend this porch out one more because I need to be able to... Probably should close these doors so storms don't destroy anything. I want to, at some point, change this around out here. And I think coming out one more would be nice. And then this would be set back away from where the porch is. And that porch could go all the way around, and that will help to break up some of this up here. I was thinking about doing windows to break this up, but I feel like the windows are going to look weird with the glass up there. So I'm just not entirely sure if that's how I want to do it. But we also need more space down here for this. So I think this wall is going to have to move out one more. And then that just kind of makes this little porch area a little bit too tiny for me, this little entrance. I'd like to push it out one more. So I think that that's part of what I'm going to do. And the main reason for that is I need space for this thing. Like, this thing's huge. And it's, yeah, we need space for that. Also, I think I figured out what's wrong with my upgrades. And it looks like if I do this, then I should be able to upgrade now. Okay, so that is what the problem was. I was not doing it properly. Okay. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. So I figured it out. Hopefully you guys are done yelling at me in the comments. Can I not upgrade this to concrete? Why are you unable to upgrade? There we go. Yeah, I like the look of the concrete, I think. Now, I may keep some of these aluminum ones potentially in places where they're kind of hidden, because I think that that might look okay. Uh, you know, it might be nice to have some spots where they're not completely, where they're not all showing. And I don't know if I have enough. I might have to go. Oh, no, there we go. Should be another one upstairs. I'll have to change that out after. I just made the 40. It was kind of on a whim that I made 40. I did a little like rough count, but I mostly just want to get some of these done so that I can see what the base looks like with these concrete ones. Can I see the pillar? Oh, I'm gonna fall down. Oh no, I made it. Nice. Because I think that the concrete, they're thick enough and they're big enough. Yeah, see, it helps to break this up quite a lot. And that's kind of what I was looking for, is I wanted this to be broken up a little bit more. And I think that does quite a lot for breaking it up. And I may even add in ones across here to break it up a little more. But I want to see what it looks like after I put the porch in up there first. And hopefully that will help out quite a lot. I did not make enough. I am going to need more here and there. I think I may have forgot to count some of the upper ones when I was doing it, because I was counting it from the ground and I probably completely forgot about the ones that are up here, like this. And I guess I will upgrade that one. I've got one more. I think there's one underneath this that I can upgrade to. I don't think I did. Okay, those ones are concrete there. I wasn't sure if I did concrete there. Ooh. May have to do concrete across here as well. Just because I don't know if I like this little corner. I never noticed that. Huh. I never noticed that the roof has those little bits. Oh my gosh, those are my... Why would they do that? I can see the wood beams out there. I can see the ends of these in the roof. Huh. I mean, it's not my favorite, but hey, it's fine, I guess. This one, I think I did change that one. Okay. Got one extra random one. I'll just look downstairs and see if I can find a place to put this. There. Okay. So that takes care of some of that stuff. I'm just going to toss this railing in here. I think, no, I'm going to go stick them over here in the wood, in the stone. I think this is a better spot. Oh no, see, I do have more concrete ones. I thought I made enough. All right, let's see if we can... Oh, I have to do this every time. That's interesting. But that might mean that we can get rid of, or at least change where some of these beams are. So like this beam here would actually come out to here, which would help to stabilize upstairs a lot more. Because the wall that's upstairs is actually here. So I think that that would help a lot. Plus these ones can move out one more for just this part of the porch thing. So I think we actually might be okay. Let's see, where else have we got to upgrade? So we've got, I'd like to do these ones. I really feel like I don't need these ones here, but I'm afraid that if I take them away, that I'm going to lose stability. I wonder if I can, like... Yeah, see, no, we're good. I didn't think I needed these. They've been there because of we were having issues with the stability, which was back before they patched it all. So Okay, how many more do I have left? 9. I probably don't need that one either, but I'm going to be moving walls downstairs, so that might actually be okay to leave. I feel like I need this in here. Where is this one? This one goes up to here. I feel like I need to do the same thing here. So I'll have to go downstairs and fix that. Oh, wait, no, it should be already fixed, I think, because I think it connects with that one there. All right, any other blatantly obvious ones that I'm missing before I do... I want to replace those with the concrete ones as well. I could change these out, but I don't know if they're necessary. And I kind of like that they blend in with the stone. I should probably change these ones, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that one. That's our fire pit, or our fireplace, not pit. Yeah, I think we could start doing some of the diagonal pieces and some of the cross pieces, the beams, so that you guys can see what that will look like. You know what? Let's actually do a beam. Let's do the beams across here and see if that helps to break this up at all. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'll see what it looks like when I put the porch all the way around and see if that changes my idea of whether or not that looks good. Because I don't want to have to do that all the way around. But I may have to now. And I'll probably leave the aluminum ones in here just because they are hidden quite well. I'll probably leave those ones where they are. Let's go see what this looks like on the roof line, actually. So today, we're just going to do a little bit of this stuff here on the base. And then we've got a few things that I want to do outside. Like when we were at the mining site that I completely forgot to fix. That wall's backwards. Do I like that? I think I do. Yeah, so I'll probably end up doing that. But this is why we needed the silica, is I need to be able to do the concrete, but at the same time, we need silica to make to make a lot of other things. We need glass for a lot of stuff. I think I explained this in the last episode. You know, we need glass for a lot of things. And also it's used in composite paste, which we need a lot of composites for. It's used in carbon paste, so we need that for carbon fiber. So there's just a lot of stuff. But then we also need the oxide because I need organic resin. And having a passive income of oxide, which actually that's probably full out there by now, because I think it says it mines like 4 per minute or something like that. So we actually get quite a lot from it. Let me grab a bite to eat really quick so that I don't have to listen to my guy's stomach grumble while we're running around. Grab that little bit of an XP boost there. We'll put that Enviro suit away. So now we have a bunch of stone and aluminum beams if we want to use those for anything in particular. And what I might actually do is I might change these back to aluminum, or maybe only one of them was aluminum. I don't know. We'll see what the aesthetic looks like for me and see what I like. And I'll go from there. And then we need to make 2 things in here. And this is going to be kind of the twofold mission that we're doing today. The first thing is we're going to make the electric deep mining drill. Because I want this to run on the aluminum until it's full. That way I can run by anytime I want and I can grab some aluminum out of there. And then the next thing we're going to build is the vapor condenser. Because I would like to start getting... I'm pretty sure we get exotics from this. It does not say anything about it needing power, which I don't know if that's correct or not. I know this does. So I want that, and we're going to use the solar panel to power that. But the other thing I want to look at is I want to see how much it takes, how far I can run the wire tool. Because if I can set this where this one is just out here. Wait, why are you hungry, man? There's food. Is Tahiri standing too close to it? You can't get to it or something? I'll take Tahiri with me then so you can eat, Tanner. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. That was unintentional. It's not super far from the base. So I'm hoping I can actually run the wire far enough over here. Make sure we're not getting chased there. Yeah, see, we've only gotten 56 out of this, and we've used almost half a can. I'd say probably a third of a can. So I feel like we could actually use the electric one here, just because aluminum's used in a lot of stuff. So I just want to make sure that I can change some of this stuff around when I need to. And the solar panel. Now, I'm going to have to kill this boar, because he's going to bug me, I think. Let's get him out of the way. Also, I'm not really sure why that ship hasn't gone back yet, or the little thingy. I don't think they typically stay this long. But let's see how far. I think if we did the solar panel, I don't know if these get attacked or anything. I'm sure they get hurt by storms, but if I can put it like right here, I think this is a really good spot because there's nothing to shade it. And I'm pretty sure that the sun goes around this way. Is that the sun there? Might be. I'm pretty sure the sun goes around that way. So I think right here is actually a really, really good spot for it. So is there a way to tell? I don't know. But anyway, let's run a line from here and see how far we can go. Okay, so that's working. So this will work pretty much all through the day. And then one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting a battery pack set up so that I'm going to run this wiring to our base wiring. And then that way, hopefully we can keep the batteries charged. So then this thing will actually run all through the night. Does this actually speed up? I think it does. I think it's faster. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So that takes care of that. I'll get this wired up to the base later. That way we don't have to do this together in this episode. Because what I'll do is I'll just run that wiring along the ground here. And I can connect it in right here somewhere. And that will help to provide the power in there. And then I can put the battery pack in there. And I hope that that will also feed back through that way. And we'll power that. I hope. We'll find out at some point. I'm going to check these. Get the stuff out of them so then they don't shut off on me. That shouldn't be an issue once I get the battery pack set up, because then my stuff will run for a little while those are stopped, and I'll hopefully be able to catch it in time. The other thing is I want to do the vapor condenser. And I know that there's a geyser over that way somewhere. So I want to go do that. But it also says something about it attracts animals. So I don't quite know what that means. So I don't know if I need to protect this. So we have some stone walls. I don't think I need 6. I think I only need the 4. And then I would like a foundation. Or actually, maybe I could just do beams. Could just take the beams with me. And I could build us a little thing around it, and then maybe a door. Where do I make the doors? In here, I think, right? But can I make a... Is it a concrete door? No, it's an aluminum door that I can make, right? I don't want to spend the aluminum on that, though. Yeah. Oh, I can make a lot of doors. Oh, I can make a concrete one. I just need the steel, which I believe I got steel in here. Looks like we're going to have to wait for the storm to kind of go through anyway. So let's go back here. I just want a door that's going to be strong. Just, you know, if we're getting attacked by animals, it would be nice to have a strong door. These have 2,500. You know, I've seen a lot of things like attack these quite a lot. I'm not actually going to use that. I'm going to use you because I don't need this to be done quickly. I just need it to be, worked on. Let's get this bacon cooked up. Now, I know that there are more recipes and stuff I could be doing, but right now I'm not really doing anything where I feel like it's important for me to do that and to make sure that I'm, maximizing everything. At least at the moment. We will get there eventually. Anything else? I can put the wire tool away. I'm actually going to put the thermos away. We don't need that right now. I'll stick it in here, actually. And then I need to figure out where I'm going to put this deep mining drill. I need to put it down somewhere else. I just haven't quite figured out where I want to do that. There is a titanium one out there, so I might do that. Or I might try to find another oxide one somewhere. But for now, I guess I'm just going to put it in here for now. No, actually. You know what? I'm going to stick it out here with the biofuel. So then they're all in one place. So we can do that. We'll get that stuff in there. Get this back on my hotbar. I will put... Actually, you know what? No, we'll do this. And get that stuff on the hotbar. Okay. So I don't know if it's something that we're going to have to constantly... See, now this says they're hungry. Okay, so your food is not... There's no food in there. But that shouldn't stop you guys from walking around to go get food. I've got a bunch of food upstairs here. This is just the little stuff that, like I've said before, there's just always something going on. And I end up forgetting about some of this. Whoa, what happened here? Why did you not finish making food? I'll take this jerky down. So I think that a lot of times, like the crafting stations, if I log out, they stop crafting. So when I come back in, I forget that they were doing stuff. Like in that case, there. Let's see. There, you guys should eat now. Okay. Close that. I do have some squash growing here. Actually, they're all done. So I did that because I can get the seeds from them when I harvest them. And then I can turn the other ones into seeds. And then when I'm ready and I need these, it only takes... I think it takes maybe 30 to 40 minutes IRL for this stuff to actually grow. Or at least for those squash to grow. So it's actually really good. I'm really glad that that stuff doesn't take too long. I heard some creaking and groaning. I don't know what that was all about. Looks like we're all set, though. Let me think. Is there anything else that I want to do before I go? I should probably take a little food with me, or at least eat a little bit more. We had some bacon. Let's eat a T-bone, and let's eat... we'll eat just a regular piece of meat. That should give us 3 full things. Yeah. All right, we have our light on us. How many bullets do we have? 26, 32. We're a little low on arrows, but we're going to be switching over to titanium ones soon. I think. Can I make those in here? I don't make those in here. Ooh, I wonder if I have to make them in here. I do. Okay. And are we using the best bow? That's the next question. Compound bow. I do not believe we are using the compound bow. Aluminum, carbon fiber, composites, and steel. Do I make that in? No, I must make that in here, right? Yeah. Aluminum, carbon fiber, and composites. I don't know if I have any more. I don't think that's enough aluminum, nor is it enough composites or enough carbon fiber. But we actually should have... Oh, okay, we do have enough aluminum, so I just need to make 1 more composite and a few more carbon fiber. Okay, well, we have composite paste already. I try to leave a little bit in here for cases like this. But what am I missing for carbon paste? Aluminum. Nice. And epoxy. All right, give me just a second. I want to get this stuff kind of squared away before I leave. I would like to have these things when we come back. Or actually, I kind of want to take the bow with us. That was kind of the reason I was looking for it. So let me get this stuff made up. And then when I bring you guys back, we'll be ready to go on this little trip. All right, we just finished up with the last of the carbon fiber. So let's get this compound bow made. Perfect. Okay, let's see. What does this bad boy look like? Let's get this down here on the hotbar. Recurve bow. Okay, let's look at it this way just so we can compare them. So 50% projectile damage, 100% projectile damage. And everything else is the same. So yeah, that's just a lot of extra damage. That's perfect. You know what? I can store you in here, I suppose. It's not going to hurt anything. And I think we're ready. Ooh, I like this. Can I see? Yeah, it is a nice looking bow. Okay. Do we have our armor and stuff on that we need for this area? It is getting a little worn, but that's okay. We still have enough oxygen. All right, so the one I know about is over that way. I don't know if there's any more closer, but that's just the one that I know about, so that's the one we're going to go to. Tanner, why are you not eating, bud? Just going to put one of these down here on my hot bar. That way I can feed him. There. Is that better? All right. Let's get going. Let's see if we can figure this out. That's going to hurt you? No? Okay. Woo. So I took the iron one away. The iron was the deep mining drill that we had over here. That's one of the ones that we got rid of. And I moved it to the oxide. And then the other one I had moved down to that aluminum. But now I need to figure out another one. I have a little bit of a map that I made of some of the ones in the area. But the big thing is I just need to figure out which ones I want to do. And I believe that the geyser, because we saw it when we were going up to fight that wolf, which I think was up there. I think the geyser's over here somewhere, maybe. Not 100% sure. I don't quite remember exactly where it was. I'm hoping it won't be too hard to find, though. I believe it was actually the first geyser that I had seen in this game. Yeah, I think it's like right here, maybe. Because that wolf was... Where was that wolf that we were supposed to fight that day? And we're also on Tanner, which I don't believe we had a tame at that time. So it felt like it was a much larger distance to travel. No, the wolf was right here. So that geyser must be back here more. I may spend way too much time looking for this thing, by the way, just because I don't remember exactly where it was. I just know it was over here somewhere. Stuck on a log. Like literally stuck. How does that happen? Like, can I just... How? All right, so I gotta trace my steps as to how I would have done this. I think we went across here. Did we run through this way? So maybe it's right here. Maybe it's over this way. Does that due east? A little northeast. Yeah, it should actually be right here. There it is. Okay, so I want to do this for the simple reason of I want more. Now the question is can I actually place this properly? I don't think you're running just yet, which is good. So I kind of want to do that so then I can get these pillars down where I want them. Like I said, it just says that it attracts animals, but I don't quite understand what that means or to like what extent that's going to happen. Why are you in a window format? Does that matter which way it's facing? I don't know. All right, so we access it. Can be placed over enzyme geysers across Icarus to condense vapors into exotics. Oh, I bet it only runs when the geyser is going off. So we're going to stand back here. Actually, let's go up on the cliffside and see what happens. We'll sit here for a second and see what's going on. It's almost dark anyway, so this could be a good thing for us to do. Plus, we can go back and we can... I want to go back and look at the missions as well and see what we have that's going on there. Okay, so nothing has happened here in the last little bit. So it says... Oh, okay, so we didn't activate it. That was the problem. Okay, let me put this back on. And let's step back. I want to see what happens. Because we can always shoot from up here. So they are attacking. Oh, no. Oh, am I not hitting from here? Okay, so... That's a lot. So it actually like makes them go crazy. Whoa, I've never been attacked by a buffalo. Okay, so how do I stop this? Guys, I don't know how to stop this. Run, 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 run. Are they still attacking it? Or are they coming after me? Oh, I think they're coming after me now. Okay. Certainly was not prepared for that. But I think I know how we can prepare for that. Now, the problem is I don't think we can prepare for that in this episode. But we can get the foundations of it started. And once we get back to base here, that's we'll stop and we'll look at the blueprint points, and I can show you what I think we can do to fix that. Hopefully that shouldn't be getting attacked. Why do I still see the wires out there? I don't like that I can still see those. I don't have the wire tool in hand. I don't want to see that. That's annoying. Oh, well, maybe when I reload it will fix that, hopefully. Okay, Tanner, that was crazy. That was a little wild. That was a lot of animals. And there was a black wolf over there too. I don't know if you guys saw that. But certainly not what I wanted to be running into and wasting all of my ammo on. I didn't even use the bow because I thought maybe they would trickle in. Yeah, no, that wasn't a trickle. That was a flood and a half. So Now that we are back here, safe and sound, there is a like a defense system, I think, somewhere. Could have swore, yeah, right there. Why are you not? Oh, because it's I put an M, not an N. So we have an automated defense system. Now it is just a pistol, but it shoots once every 2 seconds, if I'm reading that properly. So I might be able to build a bit of a base around that using some foundations and things to kind of build up. And then I can put some of these up like almost like turrets where they can't get hit, but they can still shoot. And then also we can use it's tier 2. I think there's hedgehogs, right? Is that one of the things that I have? I think I've actually unlocked. Yeah. So we have the medium wood hedgehogs. So we could do that. Oh, we can use... Oh. That's what I can use scorpion tails for. So we could actually even make a few of these. Can I unlock it? No, I have to... I have to do a mission to unlock that. Okay. We could also do wood wall fortifications with spikes. And then just on the inside, do like a couple of towers. Did a Moa just die? That just said that our Moa bestiary just went up. Why? I don't like that. I don't know what happened. Maybe just them being nearby puts the, maybe having them tamed, like passively it goes up. Not sure. So we could actually do this with some walls. How strong are the walls compared to like a concrete wall? Do you tell me how... No, it doesn't. Okay. Where's my hammer? All right, let's see. You're 5,000 HP. You're 4,000. Actually, if we built a fortification wall around it, and then inside that, build small little towers, maybe just 4 with pistols, and then we can make it so that I can walk between everything. So I know that these have, let's see. Yeah, we can get these walkways. This is going to be a lot of wood, but we can do these walkways, put some hedgehogs out there as well in spots with some fortifications, and we can build ourselves a really, really nice nice section around that, and then we'll just have to fight off all the stuff out there. So what do we need to make these things, which I don't even think I unlocked it. Oh my lord. Is there another defense system? Because that's expensive. I mean, we've already unlocked it. We still have 3 points available. We need... Is it the semi-automatic pistol? Because it looks like it says a one-shot pistol. How do I get one-shot pistols? Is that what these are? Is it the semi-automatics? Because... Oh, no, we're here. So this uses the one-shot pistol, but instead of crude ammo, it uses 9mm ammo. No, it fires either one. Okay. That's expensive for that, I feel like. Those aren't too... Well, I'm not making those pistols. I meant to look at this. Yeah, it's just 1-for-1 on ammo casings. And then ammo casings, which actually was right next to it. I could have just looked at it there, I suppose. Which would have been faster at this point. I thought I had the stuff in here to make ammo casings. Yeah. It's 1 ingot for 5 ammo casings. So I think it's much more beneficial to make the 9mm ammo. But we're not going to be able to make those anytime soon. Just because that's a lot of materials to do. So we probably won't do that. I do want to test out this bow, but let's see what we have for missions or operations, I guess. They're not really missions. Or I guess, I mean, technically they're missions with operations. What's upgrades? I'm sorry, what? What is this? Infrasonic relay upgrade. Encrypted satellite. Norax boss tracker. I don't think we can do the boss tracker. Wait, infrasonic relay upgrade right here. Upgrade the contact device that will allow you to access to encoded missions. Okay. And then what was the other one? Encrypted satellite upgrade. Is that in here? There it is. Encrypted satellite upgrade. Well, there we go. Okay, I guess we're going to be trying to make these, but in the meantime, we'll just grab a regular operation. I don't know what that's going to do. I don't know if it's going to unlock these, maybe? I mean, these say complete previous, but I wonder if... Yeah. Oh, there it is right there. So this requires the infrasonic relay device. But these ones just require the contact device. Okay. There's so much... Can I, like, get down? Okay, there we go. All right, so the mission we did last time, was that this one? Okay. What do we have? So it looks like more snow missions, and then these must be desert ones. This looks like it pays a lot.
Unio acts like they're invincible, but they need a hand on the surface. They got plans for this planet, and that means boots on the ground. But those boots will need places to stay, or Icarus will eat them alive. So they want some barracks made ASAP, and they'll pay you to do it. You up for some building, friend?
We've done a lot of building lately. I don't know if that's quite what I want to do. It did pay nicely, though. So that is actually something that we can keep in the back of our mind. Is I want to do the building to build that the thing around the exotic, the enzyme geyser thing, so that we can get some passive income of exotics, essentially, or active income, I guess is what it would be. It wouldn't really be passive. We kind of have to be there for it. Let's see. Is this...
Sinitai never screw around. And it's worth your while to impress them. One of their forward teams reported unusual biomaterial in the region, whatever that means. They need someone to go in and bring samples back. Help them figure out what's happening down there. Could be a good paycheck in it.
Okay, so that one could be good. It doesn't really lead to any of these. You know, it doesn't lead to anything extra, which that's fine. I don't mind that. So this, we need the infrasonic relay for the encoded signal. It looks like it's a 3 skull, so maybe we don't want to do that one just yet. Let's look at this one and searchlight, and then we'll decide between the 4 of these, just because I think they're the best paying ones. Although this one also could be as well, just as good, but it's actually all of these are 1, so these should be fairly easy. We might even be able to get 2 of them done in one episode.
The Lagos unit runs this show, but they're always looking out for good crews. It's an open secret. The Terra Zone's full of failed terraforming warheads, if you can find them. And let's just say they're invested in that particular technology. Discreetly, if possible. Think you can take care of that?
I think we could probably do that. That seems pretty simple. And before we click on this one, I was just thinking, can I make another contact device and like set one of these up over at our base down here? Because if we put one at our base here, and then if we can make more than one, we could have one at that base there, then have one over here at this base. So then if we're over here doing operations, we won't have to travel all the way back home to be able to grab another mission. We might be able to actually complete quite a few missions over here and just do a longer trip and then come back home afterwards. I'm about to die of thirst. I wonder if we can do that. We're going to have to test that out. But then the last one here was, is it Searchlight?
They're keen to open up new regions for prospecting. So they're looking for terrain scans before they start dropping folk out of the sky. Sound like you?
Okay. I think we've done one like this before. It was in the forest. Actually, it was when I think it might have been was that the first time we came over here? We had the 3 sites that we needed to scan, and that wasn't too bad. But if that's going to be in the snow like it looked like, that could make it a little bit rough because that could be polar bears. And it could be, the big scorpions and things like that. So we'll have to make sure that we're ready for that. But I want to see. Okay, so first off, we need to repair our armor. I don't know what I need to do this. Why are we unable to repair that? Is it just because I don't have the right stuff to repair it? Okay, cured leather. Cured leather. Okay, so it looks like we just need cured leather. Why do I only have 3 pieces of cured leather? I think there's some up here. Hey, there we go. That's the food that I was looking for everybody. So this is my little trick to getting off the roof when I'm coming over here to feed everybody. Give you guys that. And then over here, we'll stick the rest of this in here. I'll take your spoiled plants out of there. Thank you. Was there any spoiled meat in here? There was not. Okay. Throw this stuff in here. Throw the sticks in there. So I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I think the most efficient way for us to make biofuel, when I'm not in a hurry, when I'm okay with this like passively making it, if I want to make a lot of it quickly, I use vegetable oil, which I make from the seeds or straight from soy. Like I'll plant soy if I need, if I know I'm going to need biofuel. I'll plant soy and then I'll come over here and I'll just turn it all into vegetable oil. I still have some over here anyway. Because vegetable oil gives us 300 per tick, so it just produces faster. But if I'm okay, if I don't need it quickly, if I can just, kind of sit and wait, I just come over here. I make a bunch of sticks, which, I mean, I might as well just max it out. I'll make a ton of sticks. Then I take those sticks, some of them, I think it's about half. I'll take about half of those, bring them over here, turn them into tree sap, which I actually don't have any tree sap, so I'll have to make some more. But I'll turn the half of them into tree sap, take the tree sap, take the other half of the sticks and stick it in the biofuel thing and make biofuel that way. So like 100 wood gives me 1,000 sticks. So that's like 500 or 5,000 maybe. I think 1 stack of wood gives me 5,000 biofuel or something like that. Somewhere around there. I haven't done the exact math to know for sure, but Does anybody remember what we were doing? I did that thing where I walked through a doorway and I forgot what I was doing. Oh, contact device. Contact device. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure I can make more than these. More than one of these. Can I not make a contact device in here? I do not see the contact device anywhere. Interesting. Where... I don't want to have to... I can always try to make one, because if we're going to end up over that way, I can always try to make one at the crafting bench that we have in the other base. See, there's the orbital exchange. So why can't I find the contact device? There it is. Why wasn't it showing up? I was typing in CON, wasn't I? Why is contact device not showing up? Like, I'm literally typing in the word contact device and it doesn't show up. But if I type in device, it does. That's so weird. We just need wood and iron. Okay, so which mission are we going to take? Because I got distracted. Let's see. I think if we do... Let's go with this one.
Runs this far from Earth, the Lagos unit can do more or less what it likes.
Okay, so now that thing is leaving, which is interesting. Not sure why it's choosing now. Oh, okay. I was like, what in the world? So there's one there, and one there. Okay, that's perfect. So we're going to be going by our base over here so we can try to make another contact device. And what I might do is we might take this way around, loop and grab this one. We can loop in this way to grab this. Stop by this base and see if maybe there's any repairs that need to be done or anything, if there's been any storms. We can make a new contact device, grab this one, and then head back and see if we can grab another mission from that contact device. That might be able to, you know, be a good way for us to stay in this area to pick up the missions. Because so far, every mission we've had has been over here. And since every mission has been over here, I would really kind of like to stay over this way for a little while. So what I can do is I'll make up a bunch of food and stuff. Make sure that these guys are all set for that kind of a mission. And the question is, do I want to do that in the next one? Or do I want to do the vapor condenser? I'm not sure. I kind of would like to do the vapor condenser. Are you still running? Okay. I kind of want to do the vapor condenser, but I know that that's going to take me a little while to get all the supplies I need to make that, because I'm going to need... We have the leather, which means I can make rope, but I have to make that in my inventory, which is really kind of annoying. So if I come in here for rope, I can make it out of fiber. But I can do that passively, which is nice. But if I want to make it out of leather, I have to do it in my inventory, which is really not the best. And then here's the other thing that I got completely distracted by. So now we can repair our armor. Perfect. That was really loud, but there we go. All right. So I'm going to grab some food for myself here. And we're going to get something to drink. And I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting everything prepared here for us to do either the mission or the vapor condenser. I'm not sure which. Probably missions, just because I think it's going to take me a while to be able to make the... Are they just called fortifications? Okay, I want to call them palisades, but they're not called palisades in here. Yeah, we need a lot of iron nails. Although the wood spikes don't use nails, so that's good. These do, though. Okay, so it looks like it's just a lot of wood and rope for the most part, with a little bit of nails involved in the wood walls. And I'm thinking probably 8 walls would be good. I think if we do that, and then we would have 8 of these as well, along with some hedgehogs kind of spread out sporadically so that things coming in might run into the hedgehogs. And then maybe some hedgehogs on the inside. So if a wall does break, it at least gives us another line of defense where we'll be able to shut the thing down and then kill off what's there, do some repairs and stuff. And then we could start again. And maybe we can do a fairly long stint of getting some exotics or enzymes, maybe both. I don't know exactly what comes out of it. I didn't even get a chance to look. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll work on getting some of this stuff here. And then if I get enough to be able to build this, we'll do this in the next episode. But if I don't, then we'll start working on the missions, and we'll see how many we can get done. And I'll make sure that I take enough stuff with us for the to build a contact device. We just need to take some iron ingots and some wood with us. That shouldn't be too hard. I don't know if I have much for iron. I think I've got iron ore. Yeah, so I might actually have to go get some iron. Maybe, you know, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm gonna go put the iron thing back on over here, and then work on some of this stuff. We'll see what we've got for stuff when we come back, and that'll determine exactly what we make. But thank you all for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, I would appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and if you subscribe to the channel. But that's it for this one. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.